let's go upstate to Sacramento, where they are very close to going off the deep end. They are... Everyone was excited. Remember, a couple of weeks ago, we talked about this, like Luke Walton just out here experimenting, like lineup changes or peyote, and putting a 4-guard lineup out there, just vibing. Who cares? No, you can't fire me anyway. I'm just going to do what I want to do, try new things. Very innovative. And everybody got excited. Everyone was so pumped. Oh, it's working. And in a very stunning and shocking development, the Sacramento Kings are in chaos again. Ownership is starting to finally see the light that, yes, with a better coach, maybe this team could actually be better. And they are not. Turns out playing 4 guards maybe isn't the best idea. Kings rolled out that fast this year, playing Fox, Halliburton, Heel, Davion Mitchell on the court at the same time, have discovered that when teams know that you're going to do that, they scheme for it. It's a very unorthodox move that catches people off guard the first 3-4 games. Then you see them again, you're like, oh yeah, this little janky box and one type of a thing, literally. We're going to make sure to put some big guys out here so that we're going to counter this. And that is why, truthfully, every opposing center of the Sacramento Kings, they feast, except for Karl Anthony Towns, which we will talk about in the next segment, is a bitch, and he gets 4 rebounds because that's just who he is. And because of that, once again, Luke Walton is all over the headlines, all in the press, people wanting him to know, hey, Luke, do you know that you might be fired? And this is what he had to say in his potential firing in this post-game presser.
Look, the hot seat stuff is the same thing, Jason. It's outside. There's the way we build something is go through hard stuff together, to continue to work hard as a group. And that's what we do every day. And through that, there's going to be tough times. There's going to be great times. And it's our job to stay consistent with it.
Remind me what those great times were again with you.
That's what we're going to do now. That's what we did yesterday in practice, and that's what we're going to do going forward.
Oh, Luke. Yeah, someone was like, still waiting for us, for you to bring us the great times. Exactly. This man has been just squarely in the oven baking for the last 2 years now. Like, his ass must be blistered. He's been on the hot seat so long. Like boils. Like, he needs some dressing on that thing. Like, somebody needs to give him some burn support, because we know that the only reason that he even still has a job is because the Sacramento Kings are cheap as fuck and they are actually broke. So that is the only reason. And now, after Luke so eloquently avoided defending his job, the Kings, like I said, went out and shit the bed again against the Timberwolves. They now stand 6-9, and they are out of the playoff picture altogether. So how desperate is Luke Walton at this point? Well, so desperate that it turns out, we go back to the former episodes where Marvin Bagley was basically on ice indefinitely, that Luke Walton, as spiteful as he is still a self-preservationalist. He took Marvin Bagley square out of the icebox and put him right into the starting rotation. Yes, he did. Marvin Bagley started an actual NBA game for one of the very first times this year. He has now logged 29 minutes in the past 2 games after being DNP'd all but 1 game this year. I would tell you this, anytime there's a statistical anomaly for this, anytime there's a statistical anomaly, there's a reason for this. And the reason is because Luke Walton knows he's in trouble. Luke Walton knows he's got to make some changes, or he's going to be the one that's the change. Of course, Bagley knows what's going on in Sacramento is absolutely bullshit. And another player, new to the Sacramento circus, who has a ring, is also tired of the bullshit. Tristan Thompson, sick and tired of losing. Tristan Thompson, great guy. Has his own little piece of circus that he brings to the world on a night-to-night basis, which we won't get into right now, but it is tremendous. And it's interesting that Tristan Thompson is vocally saying he's sick of this so early on in the season, given the fact that he spent an entire season in Boston last year where they went down by over 10, 47 times. Yeah. All year they were basically going down by big numbers, and when they got down, they stayed down, and they laid down. So someone asked him, hey, Tristan, do you think that Luke needs to be, when you guys go down by big numbers, Luke needs to be a better vocal leader. Maybe inspire you guys to do some things like compete. And this is what Tristan Thompson had to say, which was delicious.
I'm going to say this. I think no man in this world should rely on another man to inspire them. Point blank player. You can put that in all capitals. Me personally, no one should ever need a coach to inspire you. If you don't get inspired in the game, then you shouldn't be on the court. Losing teams, losing players, you need to get inspiration from your coach. And I'm not with that shit. My teammates better not be. My teammates aren't with it because I know guys want to win and they want to win badly.
Pause. He changed what he had to say there, just very quickly nuanced. He said, my teammates better not be with that shit. And then in the middle, he was like, they're not with that shit, but he actually doesn't know. Keep going.
It's not about Coach Walton inspiring you. This is not no freaking Glory Road shit. No, you got to be ready to play. Your number's called you in the damn game. I don't need no fucking coach to inspire me. Never that. Never have. Never will. The day I need a coach to inspire me is the day I'm fucking retired. I'm going to go play with my kids in the park. So.
Oh, man. What a quote. What a quote. Was that a shot at Luke Walton? Was that a shot at his teammates? Was that a shot at the media? Kind of feels like a shot at everyone. And also the rest of the team, of course. This is the NBA, he said. No one's going to feel sorry for you. C-Web and Bibby ain't walking through that door. No, they're not. So you better keep pushing every day. Keep getting better in practice. Keep watching the film. Learn from your mistakes. At least Tristan Thompson is a student of history, which, let's face it, really comes down to the fact that the Kings haven't been good since Bibby was walking through the door, since Chris Webber was walking through the door, White Chocolate in the door, and Vlade Divac all the way back in the day. As an aside, by the way, how crazy is it that I actually walked around with a Sacramento Kings uniform on as a little kid? Like, I had a Jason Williams jersey. I think about that shit now, and I'm like, under no circumstances are there children in 2021 walking around with a Kings jersey. Just no way. Just no way. But back to the point that the Kings are so dysfunctional that they have Tristan Thompson reminiscing about the good old days with Brad Stevens as his head coach, going down by 10 more than 46 times in a year. Like, at least Brad didn't even try to motivate. Nobody even asked him, hey, did you guys ever think about getting some motivation or inspiration from Brad? Like, that wasn't a question we even thought about, given that we knew that Brad wasn't going to try to do that. So is Luke Walton the problem? Yeah, I mean, we know that. But there's a better way to put it. Like, is Luke Walton the answer? Is Luke Walton the solution to the Kings' problem? And the answer is no. Like, no, he is not. No, not in any way, not in any shape, not in any form. Luke Walton could be the worst coach in the last decade. Like, he would 100% be fired by now if they didn't have to cut him a check. Like, there's no way. Like, he's going to skate by for as long as it takes for the Kings to not have to hire another coach while giving him a buyout. Like, just no way. How is he building around Fox and Halliburton? And how could it be that that's so difficult? You've got 4 stars. Fox, Halliburton, Rashawn Holmes, Davion Mitchell, Buddy Hield, Harrison Barnes. This team should be good. How is it that difficult to do? Hint, it is not. You are just a dog shit coach who doesn't know how to do anything else besides gimmicks like 4 guards at one time. And that is much of a damning indictment on the Kings as anything that you can find.